Good morning from the northwest of England. It's Sam back here with another little video where we just faff around with some beads and some wire. Again, as I've said in previous videos, I am absolutely no expert. I just like to share what I'm doing at the moment. And at the moment, I'm making these cute little links. So I thought you might like to have a look and see what these little links are all about. So I've made, this is for me actually, I've made myself a little bracelet with them. Aren't they cute? I hope I don't have any issues with my camera focusing today. I don't know. I'm due to get a new camera soon, so hopefully that will help. But I thought we'd have a look at these today. So these cute little links, really simple, dead easy to make, and they're great for, like I say, bracelets. You don't have to add the beads. You know me, I like my seed beads, so I'm making this matching necklace, but I've put these gorgeous little, I think these ATOs, like a lilac luster in between, and I've also put these gorgeous peacock pearls, and I think the blue beads are chalcedony, however you want to pronounce it. I just think they're really sweet, and they look really well together, don't they? So let's move these out of the way and we'll have a look at the materials that we need. So I hope also, you guys, that you can't hear any, there's some workmen next door. The people next door are having some work done. And so I'm in a different room today, basically because the room that I usually work in, they're right next door. So I didn't want to make an almighty row. So hopefully you can hear me okay. I will try in my editing process to faff around with the noise levels, and I'm hoping, oh, they've stopped. Brilliant. Let's see if we can get going whilst they've stopped. So today you're going to need some 1mm, that's 18 gauge copper wire, bare copper. I use soft, and I get it on these big spools. So you're going to need, that's a huge spool, so I'll get that one out of the way. But anyway, 1mm. You're also going to need, let me have a think. No, I think that's it, just 1mm for these. And you will need some flush cutters, as usual. You're going to need at least one pair, I use 2, of your chain nose. And I'm using my 6-step bell making pliers today. These are 2 to 9 increment pliers if you want to get the exact measurements. I know these do come in 3 to 10, so but mine are 2 to 9, just for your knowledge. And what else? We're going to just be adding some links onto this little guy here, which I'm going to make as a companion bracelet for this one. So you're going to need some beads of your choice. I like the smaller seed beads in my pieces, as you're probably aware by now. So, but I'm going to be using these gorgeous little, they're literally Chinese crystal that I got from Temu actually, and as much as Temu, you know, take it or leave it, but I actually really like these pretty little things, so I'm going to be using those today. So that's all you need. So I'll clear the table away and I will show you how to make these cute little links. Okay, so I'll be back in a few. And we are back. Quick flash video today, guys, mainly because of the noise levels with the work going on. So I don't want to make it too long, just in case it's a problem with the noise. Okay, so you're going to need your 1mm 18 gauge copper wire. Now what I tend to do is cut quite a few lengths like so, and my lengths are around about 8 centimeters, which corresponds to around, I'm going to say 3 2/8 of an inch. Okay, so just whatever. And the reason why I make them this long is so that I can fit on some beads before I make the connecting loop. If you're just wanting to make the little thing in itself, you probably get away with, I don't know, 6.5, 7 centimeters. But if you're like me and you like to put some beads on, then make them slightly longer. All right, so 8 centimeters in length. So dead simple. Let's have a look at how we do these. So we bring in our bail making pliers, and when your wire's nice and straight and you're happy with it, I'm using the second step on my plier, which is 3mm. So you, let me just see if I can adjust the camera. I won't be a second. Right, I'm back. Sorry about that. It was a little bit too close, and I was just having a few problems with the old focus because I'm sat in a different room. The light's a little different, but hey ho, let's see if we can get going with this. Yeah, that looks a bit better, doesn't it? So, does it? There we go. Right, so pop your plier about 1/3 of the way down your length of wire, like so, and bend like so, and then if you're left-handed, obviously reverse what I'm doing here, but for a right-handed person, I put the longer end over the top of the shorter one, like so, and bend them round, remove the plier and reset it like so, and then again bend them round, and then again put this longer one over the top of the shorter one, and make a teardrop type of shape. Ooh, come off. Like so. All right, so you can make the teardrop quite tight and small, like so, or you can make them more elongated, like so. Entirely up to you at this stage. So it depends on what sort of look you're looking for. For my bracelet here, I've made them quite small, as you can see. But again, like I say, you can make that sort of teardrop shape as long or as short or as dumpy as you like. All right, so we have this here. The next thing you do, I turn mine over and I come in with my plier, and where the wires meet, I just put a tiny little kink, not too much of a kink, because you want this guy to be straight up parallel with the start of the hoop here. All right, so just a tiny little kink. All right, next thing you do is come in with your plier and hold gently here. I'm saying gently, you know, so you don't mark your wire so much but you still want to have a little bit of purchase here. This wire, bend it over just a little bit, like so. So you've got a slight angle here, not too much because you don't want it to be too angular. You come in with your other plier and wind it round once and then back underneath. All right, if you do get a little bit of an angle there, just straighten that up. Okay, so that's what we have. I'm trying not to mark the wire. I mean, there are many ways of not marking your wire. Number one is to not be ham-fisted and heavy-handed like I am, or you can get like tape that you can wind around your pliers and that kind of thing. But you know, this is just for demonstration. Again, not an expert. Let's just share the joy, share the love of making things, I say. Just snip off that end. I have a little bowl here that I use for my little ends, a little felt bowl. So just, I don't know, I'll find some way of using these, no doubt. I might get a torch out and I don't know. I think I saw a video on YouTube a while ago. I can't remember who it was. I'm sorry, I can't remember who you are, but I will try and endeavour to find out, where a wire artist fused all their ends together and made pendants and funky things out of the ends. So I'll see if I can try and remember who it was. Anyway, back to me. What you do, you come in and just give that a little bit of a squish here, just as usual, like a wire wrap loop, and just make things nice and tidy. Okay, so what I tend to do then is I will take all of my pieces and I will make a lot of these. I think when you do something repetitively, you manage to get into a routine, and each one of them are, you know, pretty much the same. So that's how I do it. Okay, but I won't do it today because I won't bore you. I'm just going to add one to this guy here, just so you can see how it works. So let's get these cute little crystals out. Let's pick let's pick a crystal. What about one of these little purple ones? Yeah, that looks good. We'll pop these away, back into there. All right, so oh, I've got two out there, never mind. Okay, pop your bead on. Oh gosh, my eyesight, bear with me. Let me have a look. There we go. Okay, so pop your bead on. Like with this guy here, I've popped 3 little 8/0s on here, which I think looks really pretty for, I don't know, a glasses chain or a necklace or, you know, that kind of thing. So here we are, just popped the little bead on. Now there's a front and back, I think, to these. If you can see here, this goes over the top and underneath. So I call this the front side. You can see here, looks slightly different on the back side, doesn't it? So this is what I call the front side. So what I tend to do here is, with the front side facing, very gently so you don't crack your bead, move and bend that to an angle like so. You see that? And then I want to be making a loop on the end like so, and using my second step on my plier so that it matches the size of this loop here. I like things like to be a little bit matchy sometimes, but you know, world's your oyster, you do you, as I always say. So we want to be cutting off, I don't know, 1.5 centimeters. You know how to make wire loops, don't you? So maybe just a slight touch more off there. There we go. So I come in with my second step of my plier, like so, and just bend. Okay, so again, I've made that too large. So you just cut a little bit off the end and keep going with, there we go, that's better. All right, so that is our little loop made with our little bead in the middle. All right, so that's our little unit. So basically all we do now is open up this guy, you know, like a barn door, like a gate, not outwards but up and down, and we pop our little double twisted loop over the top and close that up. All right, so that we have these little links with a bead on. All right, so you can make these guys without the bead. All you do is exactly the same thing. Let me just go through that one then, and we'll make one without very quickly. So 1/3 of the way down, round and abouts like so. Big one over the top of the small one, like so. Reset it, and again, longer one over the top of the smaller one, just for consistency, I think. So we have this shape here, and then put a tiny kink in, like so. Hold around here and take your pliers and wind round the once and then back underneath. I hope you guys are all okay wherever you are in the world. It's not too bad weather-wise here today, so I'm quite happy about that. I've got a few chores to do today. Get rid of your end, and there we go. Tighten that up. All right, so instead of popping your bead on here, all you do is exactly the same as you did before. So obviously, like I said before, if you're going to be making these guys without beads, then you can make a shorter length of wire. All right, so bend like so, so you've got a bit of an angle, and then snip off about so much, so you've got 1 centimetre too much there. So there we go, and wind it round like so. Straighten that guy up. You see? So all we need to do is to Oh, if I can see what I'm doing, as usual, my eyesight. Okay, so pop this guy on and close that up. So you just literally link them and link them and link them as far as you like. Okay, like so. Wait a minute, there we go. So, all right, you happy with that? So just keep linking them until you get, you know, a length enough for a necklace, or I don't know. Oh, wait a minute, there's something wrong with that. I know why. I use this one for an earring, so I need to just move that around like so. There we go. Honestly, there we go. That's better, Sam. Oh, so there we go. So if you're making them for earrings, like I have with this one, and I did with that one actually, which is why I was faffing around with it too much. If you're making them for earrings, then obviously make this top loop in the same direction as this twisted loop here. But otherwise you want this loop to stand upwards and this loop to stand flat ways. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed this little short silly video, and I will see you very soon with hopefully a little bead haul and a little video of the recent bead fair that I went to at Haydock Park Racehorse here in England. So have a super week, and I will see you very soon. All right, so enjoy making these, guys. Bye, guys.